Come back for the top of the third inning, 4-0 Kansas. They got 4 runs in the opening inning, courtesy off a 2-run bomb by Jake English and then RBIs from Collier Cranford and Michael Brooks. And here is English up at the plate. He hit a rocket to left center field to give the Jayhawks an early lead. The first pitch there, line foul. We mentioned earlier that there is a softball game directly behind us, and I think we may have just seen some offense there because there are fans that are making a lot of noise directly behind us here on the campus of Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah.
I wonder what that's like as a baseball hitter. Next pitch downstairs. If you're anticipating the pitch and all of a sudden there's a huge eruption behind you, to lock in on the pitcher's hand and not be distracted by that, it's unusual for sure. You don't normally have two stadiums so close that they share a press box.
It's definitely interesting as that pitch will run high. It's 2-1 to English. It's a unique feature for sure. You don't see it, at least in all the other press boxes I've been to. I've never seen it before, but we're in a nice little spot here right behind home plate here at this beautiful setting as English fouls this one straight back. It puts the count at 2-2. Here, one of the best settings in all of college baseball, that of course being here today, Miller Park, which seats about 2,200 people. Definitely not 2,200 here today, but still a nice little crowd that has continued to file its way in this afternoon. 2-2 pitch on the way is a foul ball to the right side. It will head down that way, and it will trickle towards the parking lot down that right field line, and it keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It would be unfair to say it's closer to 22 than 2,200 in actual attendance, but probably accurate. I bet we have about 200 here today, including the players themselves. But when you move the game up 5 hours and it's 49 degrees, you understand.
It's also during the middle of a school day as well. It's tough for students to make it out with classes still in sessions. English lines this to right field. This will be fair all the way down the right field line. English will round first and dig for second. He will get in there standing. And how about Jake English? 2 for 2 today. He homered in the first, and he's got a double here in the third. It's a runner on first with 1 out for Kansas.
I don't know what the odds would be on him getting a triple later, but clearly he's got some cycle envy from Collier Cranford after what we saw in the series opener a week ago. Already halfway there with the homer and the double. What a start for the senior Jake English.
So he's on second, and it brings up to the dish for the Jayhawks Ben Hartle, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and eventually scored on an RBI from Cranford. He'll take the first pitch for a strike, and it puts the count at 0. And we'll mention earlier about Ben Hartle. He started the year in the leadoff spot, or it's not in the leadoff spot, but he was in the order on opening day, but had dealt with an injury in the early part of the season, has been working his way back into the lineup as that pitch runs low. But again, now is hitting at .310 is Hartle. And you look at the conference stats as well for Hartle, leads a team there, or one of the leaders, I should say, at .353, right behind Cody Shojinaga, who's at .366. Sitting here is Hansen, the 1-1 foul straight back, and it's now 1-2 as that one went right off the net, directly behind the backstop here at Miller Park. Hartle will step back in, the Springfield, Illinois native, first year as a Jayhawk, committed in October of 2022 to the Jayhawk program, one of the first commits in that #1 JUCO class. This one roped down the right field line foul, and it will head out of play down that right side. But Hartle has stayed true to his process as well, one of those first commits in the entire 2023 JUCO class that eventually came in the following fall. So he has been a day one guy in terms of dealing with this coaching staff from start to finish. The 1-2 here is lined into right field. This one's got some carry to it, and that ball will be down off the wall for a base hit. English is going to round third and dig for the plate. The throw home is going to be close, and he will be not in time. It's an RBI double for Ben Hartle, and the Jayhawks keep swinging away here in the third. It's a 5-0 Kansas lead.
How about 4 extra base hits in these first 3 innings? Kansas teeing off on Ben Hansen. Decent relay throw that time by Crew Robinson. It got there in time, but it was just about 5 feet up the third base line, forcing one catcher to try to tag out the other. A great job getting around the tag by English.
So English will score. Hartle's now on second, and with that, as we just mentioned, 5-0 Kansas already leads. This is as good of a start as you could ask for if you're the visiting team wearing the powder blues today. 1st and 10 from the 25. It's a run. This one's going this looks to Walker. He just bulldozes his way for a pickup of about 8 or 9 yards. That's the guy who's probably been the X factor here today for the Sooners.
They got to get him going here in the second half if they want to get back in this game. Kansas is all momentum right now.
Tavy Walker, who has been their mainstay in the backfield, will get the first down at the 36. He gets about 4, maybe 5 yards. Officially, they'll give it 4 on a first down. 2 runs to Walker. And with that, he's right around the 130-yard mark. Kenny Logan also lost his helmet on the play, so he'll have to sit out for one play. And we'll see maybe if the Sooners look to attack here. First and 10 to the 38 in between the hashes. This one's a run to Walker. Fights his way to the 42. He gets spun around at the 43-yard line. A couple of players in there on the stop as it looked like O.J. Burrows was in there on the tackle. But it gets a pickup of 5, and here go the Sooners once again. A very up-tempo offense for Oklahoma. 2nd and 5 between the hashes of the 43, 2 to the left and 2 to the right in terms of receivers. Gabriel will fake the pass. This one's caught, and that's Drake Stoops at the 35-30, 25-20. Drake Stoops will go all the way to the 17-yard line. He got himself a huge reception. The 6-year receiver gets the Sooners inside the red zone. It's a 1st and 10 for Oklahoma at the 18.
Yeah, I mean, Drake Stoops does what Drake Stoops does for Oklahoma. Whenever he gets thrown the ball, he catches it, and this time he breaks off for a huge gain. Could not get all the way, got chased out from behind, so we have an injury on the field.
An injury is on the field. It's back at the Oklahoma 47-yard line. Can't tell exactly who it is from here.
Number 7.
And that is officially what they will call it. So it is going to be an injury on the field. Looks like he'll get up on his own power, and that's certainly good news for Kansas. And just with that, again, the injuries today for the defensive line, we saw Keenan Caldwell, Devin Phillips was nicked up earlier. And they came into this game with Hayden Hatcher still a little bit banged up as well. So they've been going through a lot of defensive linemen. That's Gage Keys will exit the game as well. So we'll see maybe if the Sooners will look to attack that defensive line for Kansas.
Yeah, now if you're Oklahoma, you've got to find a way to get in the end zone here. Kansas has all the momentum. You can take it right back to the touchdown. If you're Kansas, you've got to find a way to hold them to a field goal here. If you hold them to a field goal or less, it's a win.
Bend, don't break mentality. That's kind of the way we've seen things here today. In the red zone, Oklahoma 3 for 4, while Kansas is 3 for 3. Trying to get a touchdown here and take the lead right back are the Sooners. Gabriel at the 18-yard line on the near hash in front of the Kansas sideline. Walker in the backfield with Gabriel. Taking his time here. Play clock now goes to the 23-second mark. It'll be a run to Walker. He gets to about the 13-yard line, got through the first gap of defensive linemen. He's going to get about 6 yards on the play. A 2nd down and 4 coming up for Oklahoma at the Kansas 12.
Walker coming off limping a little bit, which is a huge news for not only Oklahoma but Kansas. Walker has been one of the only good areas in the run game today.
It will be Gavin Sawchuk who will now check into the game for the Sooners in the backfield. It's been mainly him and Sawchuk who have been doing the running throughout this game here today. We haven't seen a lot of Marcus Major as well. Javonte Barnes, haven't seen him a lot as well. They're going to fake this one. It'll be Gabriel on the run. He's going to be at the 10. He's inside the 5. He will get the first down. He's going to be inside the 5-yard line. He's going to get all the way to the 3, and it'll be a 1st and goal for the Sooners at the 3-yard line. A chance to take the lead right back as we near the end of the 3rd quarter. Trying to get the points on the board before the end of the 3rd. Gabriel will rush this to Sawchuk inside the 2, and the ball comes out at the very end. They're going to call a touchdown. Before the ball comes out, they call a touchdown. They'll review it, but that should be a touchdown for Gavin Sawchuk, and the Sooners take the lead. 7:25 remaining. They're looking to reset here as Cryer takes a little floater, and it goes in. That's a big basket out of the timeout as L.J. Cryer got that one right in front of the short corner. And it's a 62-50 now as Harris nearly turned the back over. That's been a big storyline. 15 turnovers for Houston, or for Kansas rather, and 3 for the Cougars. 7:05 remains. Johnny Furphy finds Harris again. Harris at the straightaway, covered hard by Jamal Shedd. Now it's Parker Brown just checked in. Finds Furphy, takes a far wing 3, got it! Johnny Furphy knocks it down again. He's up to 17 points, and the lead is back to 15.
Knock it down perfectly. That was just a perfect shot. Wide open. Kansas needed that.
Basket, though, will fall as that's a big one that time. It looked like for Cryer. It's a 3, 65-53. is our score. Back to 12-point game. McCullough on the far arc, trying to drive it in. He will do that. McCullough is cut off. He finds Harris. Thought about three, but fakes it. Now it's Parker Brown. Takes the top of the key three, and he gets it to go. Parker Brown knocks it down. How about that?
And that's something you don't see every day. Usually you expect the three from Kevin or Furphy or even DeJuan. But Parker Brown, if a Parker Brown three is falling, you know things are going right.
That is just the 7th three he's taken all season. It's his third make. Back to a 15-point game. 5:50 remaining. It's Shed, who's guarded by Harris on the near wing. Now he'll find, it looks like it will be Robert. Takes a three and it will miss. Rebound to Houston. Now it's Cryer. Cryer trying to drive home. He gets a little floater to rim in. LJ Cryer putting the team on his back. He's now got 21 points. It's a game high.
Now, Cryer's just doing his thing. Cryer's being aggressive and being able to fall. He's not going to go away without a fight.
5:20 remains. Almost the final 5 minutes here in Allen Fieldhouse. Adams, right at that free throw line, finds DeJuan Harris. Harris finds Adams again, lobs it up to Brown, who misses it. The pass was too long. Houston can make this a potential 11 or 10-point game. Jamal Shed finds Cryer, top of the key three, got it! LJ Cryer knocks it down. We got ourselves a 10-point ball game for the final 5 minutes.
No. LJ Cryer, the Baylor transfer, lighting it up in Allen Fieldhouse.
He's got 24 points with 4:45 remaining. Harris will give it back to Adams. Now it's DeJuan again. Harris taking his time, 10 on the shot clock. Thought about a fairway, finds Brown. Brown will get fouled as he tried to go up for the hook shot. Parker Brown will go to the line, but that's a good scenario if you're Houston. Parker Brown is not a great free throw shooter, just only 4 of 6. So you would rather have him go to the line and have to earn it, as he is going to get fouled by Roberts. That is his second. No really major foul trouble for either side except Tugler, who's got 3, and Johnny Furphy, who's got 3. So those are the only foul concerns at this point who's in the game.
Cryer's got 24 points in the game. 21 of those have come in the second half.
That's incredible. What a second half for LJ Cryer, who has really stepped up and has made 6 threes on the day. Hunter Dickinson has set the check back in as Parker Brown will go to the line. Now he gets set. All the students putting their arms up in the air trying to help out the senior from Burlington, Kansas. First free throw is good. You can hear the perfect swish there on the broadcast as that was Parker Brown who gets home that free throw. It's back to 11. 69-58 our score. Parker Brown's second free throw will go in as well. 2 big free throws for Parker Brown, and Hunter Dickinson will check into the game. Crowd is coming alive here at Allen Fieldhouse. 4:35 to go. All 16,300 on their feet. Jamal Shed was going to get fouled by Furphy, and that's the 4th on Johnny Furphy. So Furphy now is in foul trouble, and just like that, he's got 4, and this is decision time here for Bill Self.
Now comes the question, do you keep Furphy in or do you substitute him for Marco and keep Furphy a consistent free throw shooter for later on in the game come clutch time?
Right now they're going to keep him in. They'll keep him in there as taking the floater is Cryer, who misses it. Rebound tipped and recovered by Harris, who was able to keep it in. Harris at first. I believe we got a foul before that. It's going to be on LJ Cryer as DeJuan Harris was trying to almost tomahawk slam it in. LJ Cryer now has picked up a foul. That's his 3rd. And with that, it's another team foul for Houston. That is their 6th. So for the next foul on, we'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way for KU.
And both Cryer and Harris were just fighting for the ball as it kept going towards the KU basket. And finally, Harris was able to come control of it, but LJ Cryer just had to pull him off or grab him.
12-point game. There you go, exactly. A fist fight, but in the end, it's Harris who will get the foul. 4:15 remains. Kansas up by 12. Dickinson in the low post. Finds his way in and gets that one in. Little old school back down in the low post for Hunter Dickinson. And it's 72-58, 14-point game with 4 minutes left. As Jamal Shed has it. Double team. Now it's cover single by McCullough. He's looking to drive in. He's going to get fouled as he went in all the way. It will be on McCullough. That's the first one on Kevin. And that brings us to the under 4.